Hey all, this is Jenna. I'm Jenna Scraps on Facebook and Instagram. You can join me there for more Project Life app tips, app scrapping tips, all of the above. And you can also join me in the Simply Project Life App Scrappers Facebook group. This video is going to be a short overview of the Project Life app, and there's much more in-depth information in that group's announcements. Again, it's Simply Project Life App Scrappers on Facebook. So let's begin with showing you what the Project Life app looks like. That's the icon for it. It is free in the Google Play Store and in the iTunes Store, so download it. And then I'm going to walk you through how to set it up so you can get the most out of this app. This is what it looks like when you open the app. This is the home screen, and this is one of the typical collage pages. It toggles through the pages you've made, so when you download this app, you may not see anything there if you've never made anything yet. This is, again, one of the typical collage style pages. The app treats this like a 12 by 12. So the cards that it has are designated as 4 by 6 cards or 4 by 3 cards, and then there's also some square sizes. This is an example of one of the new editorial pages. There are very few photo pockets, and you cannot add any cards to those pockets, and it's very journaling centric. So that's a new option in the Project Life app, and I'm sure over the next few updates it may have some tweaks. It's brand new and it's pretty cool. So check that out. And then on the home page, also I want to bring your attention up to this question mark. And there are some things to toggle through and read through there, some helpful FAQs and video tutorials by the Becky Higgins LLC team. But really the preferences is what I want to point out right here to help you get the app set up to be super efficient. It's a very easy app to use. It's very user friendly, but doing a few things in the preferences can set you up to be a little more efficient. You can set up a default template for the 3 types of templates the app offers. You can set up your journaling. You can toggle here between square or rounded pocket corners, and you can also toggle on or off your pocket drop shadow. On the collage pages, there is a slight gray shadow around each pocket, and then you can turn that off if you want. You can also export the pages different ways. Mine typically stays on JPEG. PNG is great for those editorial templates because it gives a little more clarity to your journaling. Okay, let's see what's next. On the bottom of the home screen, you have 3 options down there. So this first one is where you'll create different types of pages. And so these are the 3 options: collage, editorial, or small print. So here's a collage page example. If you tap in this upper left option, it will show you all of the options the app has. There are more than that also. You can buy more templates there. It comes with about 14, I think, 15, 14 different layouts, and then you can add more. You can change your background color. You can change the color palette. We're not going to walk through all that right now. I want to point you to the Simply Project Life App Scrappers for more in-depth stuff. This is just a quick overview to help you get set up in the app. And then when you tap on one of those pockets, you have 2 icons that'll pop up. These are the in-app cards that the app offers. And then this is where you would get to your photos or your cloud storage. And you can also add other cards from other designers through the photo picker. And the card picker just takes you to the in-app options. Okay, this right here is where you would close your page out. And then down here is the export options right here. This is where you would name your page and give it a date. You can add it to a folder. You could set one up for, say, January and then duplicate it 12 times or 11 times for the rest of the year. You can social share, but right here is where you would export your full 12 by 12 when you're finished making your page if you want to print it somewhere else. You can print it through the app, but if you choose to print it somewhere else, you'll need to save the page out of the app to your camera roll or a cloud, and that's where you can do that. And then this is the back button. If you make an error or want to remove a card or an overlay, that's where you would do that. All right, the next section in the Create tab is the editorial pages, and this is the default one that is free now. The 12 by 12 full photo is also a free option, and then all of the other ones are in-app purchases. So you have 2 free editorial templates, and I think you have 14 free collage templates when you download the app to begin with. And then the small prints. All of these options are free in the app, and these are great if you want to even add more photos to a collage page or a pocket on an editorial page. You can add a lot here. I use this for recipe cards. I use them all the time for various purposes. But all of the options in the small print section of the app are free. Also, on any of those sections of the app where you can create a page, you can press and hold on one of these and add it to your favorites, and they'll show up over here on the far left. Okay, back to the library. Back to the home page and to the library. Pages, kits, and fonts. So let's start with pages, and this will open up to whatever tab you had open last. And so mine is on the collage pages, which you can add a new collage page right there if you wanted to. I typically try to stick to opening my library and going through there so I can sort of see where I left off. But you can sort your collages, your editorials, and your small prints by different ways. If you just tap this sort option up there in the upper right, you can sort them different ways. I really love to use the folders option in the Project Life app because I'm always working on more than one project at a time. So this is my 2020 folder, and inside the folder I can sort it different ways, but this is the one I typically use because when you choose to order your folder by folder order, this is the one that allows you to press and hold on a layout and drag and drop it anywhere you need it to be. So I typically start out my book with a single page, and I'll make that at the end of the year with photos throughout the year. And then my first double page layout, I'll simply name 02 or 03 and go from there. So that means if I forgot something in January and I want to add something now, I can simply make that page and then drag it up here so I can see it in order. It's easy to do that. I name the pages very simply because in case I do need to rename anything, it's easy to do. I'm not going to type out a long page name. I'm just going to keep it simple. And then I also change the date of the page to the end of the month. That just helps me keep things in order. Okay, what's next? Kits. From the library section of the home screen, let's open our kits. And these are the free options that come with the initial download of the Project Life app. But there are a ton more freebies in the More Kits section. So coming to the app, and it's absolutely free, and you get these 7 kits for free, and you get about 15 different fonts and 14 different layout options. That is a lot of free content. So be sure to check it all out. You want even more freebies though? There is a full list of all of the freebies in the Simply Project Life App Scrappers Facebook group announcements. So be sure to check that out because these are also, all of these you see here are also free, and those 6 are also free. So screenshot that if you can even read the fine print in a screen recording I'm doing, or join us in that group and we will point you to the right direction and get the full list of freebies. Okay, fonts. There you can see examples of all the free fonts in the app. And again, I think there are about 15 free fonts. Plus you can pay for another feature that lets you add fonts if you want to add fonts. So there's that. Okay, this is an example of a basic page using Design A in the Project Life app and the free Midnight Kit. So everything you see here I did for free. It's pretty cool. I added my photos. I added a few filler cards. Then I added this journal card and I journaled a little bit, and I added a title card and I added the word Paris in the title card box. You cannot journal on filler cards like this striped one or this one with the word art on it, but you can journal on journaling cards and title cards. There is another feature in the app you can buy to journal on your photos or filler cards, but we're not going to go over that. If you want to hear about that, go search Freeform Text in that Facebook group I mentioned. Here's another example of a basic page with Design A. Also, this was the cover page to my 2018 yearly album. This was the resolutions kit, and I also mixed it with one of the Project 12 January kits. This is an example of an editorial page. These do not have the drop shadow, I don't think. I don't think that's an option. They might be adding it, they might not be. It's something a bunch of users have requested, but it may or may not happen in one of the future updates. But you can see this slight gray shadow around each pocket. These editorial templates do not have that. It's very subtle, but if you like it, and you notice it. If you don't care about that, you hardly ever notice it. Here's another example of an editorial page. Just simple photos. You can't add cards to these very easily. And you just, it's really focused on journaling. Here's another example of a collage page using other products outside of the Project Life app. This is a kit from the Project Mouse line of products. It's a collab between Celine Studio and British Designs, and you can find those at thelilypad.com. I love to go to Disney. I scrapbook a little bit of each trip, and so here's an example page from using other products, but still using the app to make my page. Here's the other side of that layout. This will be the right side. And I used an in-app journaling card just to make it easy. You can use other cards and write on them. You could even use your Apple Pencil. More on that in the, guess what? Simply Project Life Facebook group. Okay, here it is. That's what the app that's what the group page looks like right now. We'll probably eventually get around to changing this picture on the cover photo because the app looks different now, but that's what it looks like right now. This is recorded in the fall of 2020. This is my Facebook page. Feel free to friend me. I use this account for crafts and hobbies. And this is my Instagram account. Feel free to follow me there and I'll follow you back. If you're a public account, I don't typically follow private accounts. So if that's okay with you, you let me know. And then here again is the app, the Project Life app by Becky Higgins, LLC. Our group isn't officially affiliated with them, but we have a good working relationship. And, I email them sometimes and they help me with questions. And they're super helpful when we need a little help. But that group on Facebook is absolutely one of the best places to go if you want to learn more about the Project Life app and you want to get the most out of it. So join us there. We would love to have you join us there. Be sure to answer the questions and we'll admit you into the group. Easy peasy. Again, I hope you are following along and learning more about the Project Life app as it develops and changes and grows. It's pretty amazing that the app gives you that much free stuff. So check it out and join us in Simply Project Life App Scrappers on Facebook. We'll talk to you later. Thanks for joining me.